All right, let's talk about a man whose name is basically synonymous with the United States, George Washington. We all know who he is, but there's that title he has, Father of his Country. What does that even mean? How did he earn it?
Yeah, we throw that phrase around a lot, but think about it. Father of his country. That is a huge title. It's not just some cool nickname. So we're going to dig into the key moments, the really big decisions he made that made people look at him that way.
So, to really get it, we've got to go back, before the presidency, even before he was the famous general. Washington was already making a name for himself. He was becoming this hero figure for a country that wasn't even a country yet. Okay, so here's the quick rundown. He was born back in 1732 in Virginia, and his whole life, you can really boil it down to three main things. He was a soldier, he was a leader that people genuinely respected, and of course, he became the very first president. That mix right there, that was the perfect storm for creating a new nation. So that early part of his life really laid the groundwork. But the American Revolution, man, that was where everything changed. Not just for him, but honestly, for the entire world. So, the colonies decide they're done with Great Britain. They declare independence. But now they need someone to actually lead the army, right? And guess what? Everyone agreed on one guy, Washington. Just like that, his job was to lead a scrappy rebellion against the biggest, baddest military on Earth. And you can't overstate how insane this challenge was. I mean, look at the matchup. You've got the Continental Army, a bunch of farmers and volunteers who were freezing, starving, and barely had any gear. And they're going up against the full power of the British Empire. The odds were just awful. No one thought they could win. But here's the crazy part. They actually won. And when you look back, so much of it came down to Washington's leadership. He literally held that army together with sheer willpower. We're talking brutal winters, terrible losses, guys threatening to quit. He faced it all and just kept them going. That's what got them to the finish line. Okay, so the war is over. Huge victory. But now the brand new country has another giant problem to solve. Who's going to lead this thing? The fighting might be done, but Washington's most important job was still ahead. So when 1789 rolls around, there's really no debate. It had to be Washington. The people chose him to be the first president. And the reason why is super simple, but also super powerful. They trusted him. He was the one guy everyone, and I mean everyone, believed would put the country first before himself. And they didn't just elect him once. They elected him twice. But it's what he did after that second term that really changed everything. It was something nobody expected, and it defined what power would look like in America. And it all boils down to this number right here, 2. He walked away. He just gave up power. You have to understand, at that time, that was unheard of. The world was full of kings and emperors who ruled until they died. For Washington to just step down after 2 terms, that was a massive statement. He was basically saying, hey, in this new country, the power belongs to the people, not to one person. And all of this, it just goes to show you Washington's greatness wasn't just about what he did, like winning a war or being president. It was about how he did it. It was about his character. So let's get into that. What was it about him? What were those qualities that made him such an incredible leader? Well, for starters, he was known for being incredibly honest and responsible. He always put the country's needs before his own personal ambitions. His whole goal was to bring all these different squabbling states together. And maybe most important of all, like we just talked about, he set that amazing example by just walking away from power. And when you put all those pieces together, the soldier, the general, the president, just the man himself, that's when that title, Father of his Country, really starts to make sense. I mean, just think about it for a second. What if he wasn't there? It's totally possible the whole revolution would have just failed. Or even if they won the war, the country could have just fallen apart right away. They needed that one person everyone trusted to get them through those first few rocky years. And that is why the title fits so perfectly. See, he didn't just lead the country, he helped build it. He guided it from just being an idea on paper to being a real stable nation. It's like he was its guardian when it was just a baby. So those qualities Washington had, honesty, putting others first, bringing people together, they were absolutely crucial way back then. Which kind of makes you wonder, right? What do you think makes a great leader in the world today?